We're on an important mission today and we're in the Newcastle area, and I was looking for somewhere to stay and it was very difficult. There aren't too many campsites and it's the beginning of February, so lots of places are closed.
We found somewhere to stay, a CAMpRA approved site, Backworth Hall, which is near the village of Backworth in Newcastle.
So we're here, we're staying over, and let's see how we get on.
LeisureBit is the way to go with David, Rachel and Roxy. Let's hit the road and explore.
We pick up our journey heading north as we enter the Tyne Tunnel. It's about 5 miles from here. There is a toll charge for using the Tyne Tunnel. It cost us £2.16 each way, and we paid it via the app where you get a small discount compared to the published rates. Over 3.5 tonnes, the price is about double that. For the last leg of our journey, we take a left-hand turn here at the roundabout and head down the B1322 towards Backworth. The entrance is opposite Backworth Club. We turn in here, follow the drive, observing the one-way system, and then pull up outside the hall. The contact details are on the website. They request that you ring ahead rather than just turn up to book a space.
On arrival, you check in at the bar and then you pay for your night, which is £10, and that gives you access to toilet, black waste disposal or LSAN, and fresh water.
After checking in, we then made our way around to the parking place. It's just past the container. You take a left and it's signposted for the CAMpRA Aire. Here we are, pulling into the Aire now.
Here we are at Backworth Miners' Welfare, which isn't too far from Whitley Bay and Newcastle in the northeast of England. We're staying over here just for one night and it cost £10. And also, they've just started doing food on an evening. We've ordered something there, so we'll go and check that out in a little while. This is the first time we've actually stayed on an Aire, and it's a CAMpRA Aire. It does have some basic facilities. Over in the corner, there's a chemical toilet emptying point and a water tap.
Yes, for £10 a night, you'll also get toilets.
There's also waste and recycling. Just round here, there's a chemical disposal point and a freshwater tap. Grey waste you can kind of put in the hedges. So it is an off-grid park up, there's no electrical hookup. There's only one thing we found that was a little bit of a pain, and that is this ground covering. Whilst it's hard standing, it also treads into the van, and it's been quite wet overnight. Other than that, perfect.
It's the first time that we've come away this year after work and there's still a bit of light in the sky. It is stunning. There's a golf course on site. Look at this. The hall itself was built between 1778 and 1780.
It was originally the home of Ralph William Gray, a wealthy local landowner.
But in 1934, the Backworth Miners Association bought the hall and the land, and they wanted to make it into a social space for people and a hub for people to be able to come and use. How good's that? Backworth Hall itself is a stunning Grade 2 listed building that has got a lot of heritage. It's set in the most incredible 85 acres of land, some of which you can see behind me here, and there it is itself. Backworth Hall. That looks as though it's for croquet. Please excuse me if I've got that wrong, because I've never played croquet before, so it's either bowls or croquet. So why have we come here? If you've watched us for some time, you'll know that we don't really do wild camping. It's not our thing. We like to know that when we get somewhere that we've got a pitch and we've got facilities there, etc. Well, this is a first for us. We are on an Aire. Backworth Hall itself is a CAMpRA Accredited Aire. The CAMpRA group itself started as a small Facebook group and was predominantly focused about areas in Scotland. However, 2020 lockdown and the campaign really gained some critical momentum to actually start establishing a good network of Aires in the UK.
Aires are parking spots for self-contained campervans are motorhomes, commonly found across Europe, but becoming more popular in the UK, where you can typically pay a small fee to use the facilities and stay overnight.
In 2021, CAMpRA was established as a not-for-profit company. Did you know, this is a little known fact, that in 2020 it's deemed that there was over 400,000 motor caravans in the UK? That's more than I thought.
CAMpRA's mission is to increase the number of places that people can stay overnight, so-called Aires, so that there's more options for people who own campervans and motorhomes. By having places like this for motorhome and campervan owners to stay, it's estimated it contributes over £1 billion to the local economy.
Check out CAMpRA's website for more information and also how to get involved. There's a link in the description.
In front of me is the cricket ground and also the training nets over there. They also do food on a weekend. Breakfast is from 11:30 and tonight they told us there was no food on, so I actually went on to Just Eat to have a look to see if we could get some food delivered, which I must say you can. There was something like, I think it was 402 places deliver food here. That's amazing. I've never been somewhere that there's that many deliveries. But when we checked in, they said to us they were actually doing food tonight. So you could either have fish and chips, scampi and chips, or fish finger sandwich.
We're off now to get some tea. It's the first night they're doing fish and chips and scampi and things like that. So we thought we'd check it out.
It would be rude not to.
It's just gone 5:30 and it's almost dark.
As you go into the hall, on the right hand side there's the bar, which is dog friendly, and on the left hand side there's a lounge. The bar was really busy, so we sat in the lounge. It didn't take long for the food to arrive and it looked really tasty.
Scampi, chips, mushy peas and tartar sauce. Oh!
After we'd had our meal, we sat for a little while and just chilled out. It was a nice environment. It was nice to look at the pictures on the wall as well. Some really interesting history.
Did you enjoy your tea, Rachel?
That was fantastic, and do you know what was even better?
What?
£8. £8 for scampi chips and mushy peas.
It was...
And do you know what, it was even better still? £3.30 a pint. Bargain.
Yeah, it was very good value actually, and very tasty, and homemade. Can't go wrong for that, can you?
After that, we made our way back to the van and chilled out for the evening.
We had a peaceful night's sleep. You do get the odd aeroplane come over as we're quite close to Newcastle Airport. And we come out here, the hall's just over there. There's about 4 other vans here. It's nice to see people using the facilities.
Snowdrops. Sign that spring's coming.
It's a lovely building. The hall's named after the village Backworth, which has a rich history dating back to medieval times. In 1812, a hoard of gold and silver objects were discovered near Backworth. These were eventually sold to the British Museum. West of Backworth is now a deserted medieval village that once was a thriving community. Backworth has a strong mining heritage. The Backworth Colliery was a significant coal mine in the area, operating from the early 19th century until closure in 1980. Backworth Hall was originally a manor house.
It's just such an amazing facility.
Backworth Hall operates as a registered charity dedicated to providing welfare and sporting facilities to the local community. This mission continues to be a central part of its operations.
To be able to come away in your motorhome and for £10 a night to have access to all of these facilities in such a beautiful place, I think it's a good cause. Well worth it.
Golfers are all starting to play now. If you're looking for somewhere to stay for a reasonable price, it's worth checking out an Aire.
When leaving Backworth Hall, make sure you follow the one-way system and it takes you back round to the road where we came in.
Rachel, what have you thought of Backworth Hall and staying over at our first Aire?
I have thoroughly enjoyed it. What an absolute bargain. £10 with these facilities. Last night we went into the hall itself and had food and a drink. Really good price and good quality food as well. Slept like a log. It has been brilliant. Highly recommend. What have you thought though?
I actually thought it exceeded expectations. One, I thought the toilets may have been in the hall and therefore only open when the hall was open, but there are some toilets just in the corner of where you park up. Unfortunately, the weather's not been our friend when we've been here. It's overcast. It's actually slightly drizzling at the moment. Imagine in the middle of summer, it would be absolutely cracking here. Great value, and it was home cooked food as well last night. So
It's gorgeous.
yeah, it was absolutely delicious. Beautiful fish and chips, and you had the scampi, didn't you? So yes, I would have no hesitation in recommending. I think good value for £10 for a night. You're parking with permission and you're giving something back to the local community, which is really important to us. Really enjoyed the night away.
It's been brilliant.
Week on Tuesday, I'm off to the NEC. I think we mentioned it before. If you're there, hopefully catch you there.
I'm not going because I'm working. I need you all to keep your eyes on him. If you see him buying anything, let me know, please.
You said that last time.
Yeah, well, I'm worried.
Next weekend, we're off to a family wedding, so we may not have a video on Sunday night, but keep your eye open for the NEC video on either late Tuesday or Wednesday evening, hopefully. Thank you for watching.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
We will catch you for the next bit.
Bye.
Bye.